All right. Well, I'm Conrad,
And I'm Adolfo.
and we're here to talk about our latest album. It's called Adolph Rad Sings and Shit.
It's probably our best one yet.
I think so. I think in our complete anthology, this is the most worked on album.
Yep. If any album. This is the only album we've worked on, but
All the other albums just we haven't even tried working on them.
it's in the works though. It's in the works.
Yeah, they're coming. Don't worry, ladies and gents. It's gonna happen. So
I'm trying this beret, I believe.
it's a beret, yeah. It's looking pretty good. I know you guys can't see it because you're not here, but it's pretty sexy, pretty hot. I think he's gonna use it for the stage shows when we're on the stage playing music and stuff.
So we'll see us at the garage and
No, look at that. We're going straight to Station 4. I think they might even let us into the Triple Rock.
hey, our long-term goal is the Budokan.
Yeah. Yeah, we got invited to play at Lollapalooza in Chicago this year, but we turned it down.
Yeah, we're into those bourgeois kind of events.
God, all those high and mighty types sitting around being all high and mighty and types and such.
Yeah.
You could probably lean in a little more. Looks like you're running a little low on the mics.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, as we were saying, catch us tonight at our basement.
If you're listening to this, it means you bought the CD. You should still catch us tonight in the basement. It's kind of a time warpy CD, I understand. Put this in your track and drive at 88.5 miles per hour. You might just end up in a different time frame.
Yeah, haven't you seen Inception? Psh.
Obviously not, or else you'd know what this sound meant. Bwah! Which you obviously don't know.
Yeah,
Which
you haven't seen Inception.
and,
Go watch it.
And we know this because that's the stuff we know.
We did the soundtrack and the musical score.
All of it.
All of it.
You wouldn't even believe how much musical scoring we did for Inception.
Turned into a podcast.
I know, right? We could do a podcast. I don't see why not. We'd have to change what we're saying, like, right now.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Conrad.
I'm Adolfo.
And this is our first podcast.
And my first fart on the podcast.
Hope you caught that, Mike, because that was Adolfo's first fart on a podcast. Kind of grody.
It kind of smells too.
Yeah, it does. It's
Oh,
really
God.
stale. I hope
Oh,
Mike
geez.
don't...
Oh, God. It's awful.
God.
I'm dying. Oh,
Can we open a window or a door? Did you crap yourself? Oh my God!
It's horrible.
This is the worst thing ever. I wonder if we're gonna cut this part out, or if this is gonna be what the majority of the podcast is. Just I farted and it's terrible.
It just goes silent.
Oh, I'm Conrad, and I'm Adolfo, and this is our podcast. Oh, it's terrible! End of podcast. Think we can get a recording deal? I think it'd work.
I think I'll make people laugh.
I think people would subscribe to it. I don't know. I mean, I feel like people like hearing farts. They're funny, right? Ah, man. So what should we talk about?
God.
Kind of rushed into this.
Yeah.
Didn't prepare too much.
God. I have something. Don't worry. It'll come to me.
Mm.
Alright.
Wait, I think I got something too. Hold on.
I got
Wait,
Would
yep.
You Rather.
Oh, it was not very good. Okay.
Oh.
What rather? Okay, let's do
Alright.
this.
Would you rather
Mm-hmm.
be able only to talk 1,000 words in a lifetime, or have to reach a 1,000-word quota each day?
Oh God, 1,000-word quota each day. I mean, no question. 1,000 words is not a lot, especially.
Yeah, but you still have to keep up. You have to talk to yourself all the time.
But I do that already.
Oh, maybe it'll be easy for you, but not a lot of other people.
Well, yeah, maybe not for you, Mr. Doesn't Talk Ever.
Only when I play D&D and Fugaza.
and online games.
That's it. Online.
Does yelling count as a speech? Because if so, then I think we meet that quota, no problem.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yelling does count. As long as it's out loud. Can't be to yourself.
Alright, would you rather have to dress up in the most retarded clothing you can each day, or walk around mostly naked every day?
Retarded clothing each day. I'm too insecure about my body.
See, I'm pretty insecure too, but I might have to go with mostly naked, because some of that retarded clothing could leave you mostly naked and just be the worst thing ever.
At least I'll feel a little more safe.
Like
clothes on.
Like Retardor from City of Heroes. With his peg leg and his butterfly wings.
See, I'm just making people laugh, not scare them away. Maybe little children might get scared, but...
Little children. Which, actually...
Or beat the shit out of me.
You work in a job where you have to deal with kids sometimes, don't you? They come into the hotel. What's the worst experience you've ever had with kids at your job? See, this is the kind of shit we need in a podcast.
Actually, kids are probably better than adults, to be honest. It's a lot more adorable when the parents send them out to get like a towel or something. It's like, can we get some towels? I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever.
Alright, well then we'll alter that. What's the worst experience you've had with a human in your line of work?
God. It would have to be this... God, there's so many. There's this man that he just had this odor about him. He just smelled horrible. And his hands were all dirty, and then some of them were kind of, I don't know, the nails were like not there at all. It was just, something happened to his hand. It just, like, all the joints were just off, and it was just, he smells just really bad, and just trying to check him in it was really tough not to say anything.
Well, you know what, that's probably, his joints were, or he probably smelled bad because his joints were off in his hand. He can't hold soap. So
it could be.
You would have made him feel terrible about his disability. You ass.
A funny one is when this death guy came in, and I was really cool about it. You know, he just wrote down everything he wanted, and he told me not to tell anyone was there, that he was there. And then
you told everyone, and he couldn't hear.
The next morning, another death guy comes in. And he was wondering what this guy was because he stole his girlfriend. So he was yelling on the paper.
Was he writing
extra exclamation points?
Was he writing in all capitals?
Yes, everything. It's like, where the fuck is he? Like, sorry, sir, I can't tell you where he is.
And you see, ladies and gentlemen, this is why if you type in a forum in all caps lock, people think you're yelling. Deaf people have approved this, and if there's any deaf people around, they can't hear what I said, so it doesn't matter. I think my worst one would have to be a kid when I was working at Michael's, who the second he walked into the store started screaming, and about what, nobody knows, because he wasn't speaking. When he would try to speak, it was just... So even his mom could not comfort him by handing him something to hold. And we were able to track his position in the store because we could hear where he was through his screams. And just anywhere he was, we could hear. It was like, oh, well, now he's in frames, because in the front of the store you could hear...
It was just like the whole time
the whole time. And the worst thing is, his mom came there with a list. And I don't just mean like, you know, a classic 8.5 by 11 sheet. It was like 2 8.5 and 11 sheets completely filled with stuff she needed.